Hello, this is the Tax Problem Solver. My name is Charles Montesino. I'm a certified public accountant and certified tax resolution specialist. I'm a partner in a CPA firm with my daughter Megan Ciacia in Sewell, New Jersey, about 20 minutes from Philadelphia. We specialize in helping people with IRS and state tax issues, predominantly IRS, but we do a lot of state issues also. State issues are usually sales tax and payroll tax issues. So if you need help, you have a problem, you can call me at 877-257-1040 or email me at ckm@taxproblemsolved.com. All right, we're going to talk about now is who to go to for help. Many people have an IRS problem. They don't know who to turn to get help. They try to do it themselves. They go on the internet and Google for information. They go to their tax preparer, which is not necessarily the worst thing in the world. Sometimes it could be, but at least it's a start. At least it means you're serious about trying to help yourself. Now, there's pretty much 7 ways that you can go. One is let the IRS help you. I would not advise with that. So there's self-representation. There's a certified public accountant. There's an attorney, an enrolled agent, certified tax resolution specialist, and an unenrolled preparer. So let's go through these categories one at a time and tell you the pros and cons of using each one. First one is self-representation. That's what it means. You do it yourself. Now, it's usually not a very good idea. In fact, it's probably a very bad idea. Representing yourself or not representing yourself, that's for those that just put their head in the sand and don't do anything. It's probably what got you into trouble with the IRS in the first place. Not opening your mail, not responding to the notices, not filing the tax returns, not making payments, defaulting on your installment agreement. That's all things on you. Nobody can do that for you. And if you're not doing that, then that self-representation is not working. If you were charged with a serious criminal offense, you wouldn't represent yourself. You'd hire the best attorney you could afford. If you had medical issues, you're not going to try to handle it yourself, operate yourself. Dental issues. We can't all be Tom Hanks in that movie where he used a blade of a skate to pull a tooth out when he had an abscessed tooth. We can't all do that. I don't think I'd want to do that either. I want to have Novocaine if I'm getting a tooth pulled. So self-representation is one of the options. Another option is certified public accountant. CPA is licensed by a state. I'm a CPA. I had to pass a rigorous test. It was a 5-part, 2.5-day test. Test is a little different today. I took the test a Wednesday afternoon, Thursday morning and afternoon, and Friday morning and afternoon. Now they're given in testing centers, and we had to wait. The test was given in May. We had to wait till August, or it was given in November. We had to wait till February for our results. Now that you get your results within a few days or a week or two at the most. So we're licensed by a state. I'm licensed by Pennsylvania and New Jersey. My daughter's licensed by New Jersey. So, and usually it's the state where you work or where you practice or live. I was working in Pennsylvania when I passed the exam, and I have a reciprocal New Jersey because I live in New Jersey. So that's why I want both. My daughter's New Jersey only because that's where she lives and works. No need for her to become a CPA anywhere else. And you can only become a CPA after graduating from college with a required number of accounting credits. Each state is different, but pretty much every state now requires 150 total college credits. Typically, undergrad is usually about 120 credits, so most people wind up getting a master's degree in addition to their undergrad, so they have the 150 credits for the CPAs. Interestingly, in New Jersey, when it went from 120 credits to 150 credits, they did not increase the amount of accounting credits you need. I believe it's 24 accounting credits, a total of 60 business type credits, of which those 24 accounting credits qualify. So that extra 30 could be anything you want. Doesn't have to be an MBA. You could just take psychology, sociology courses, religion courses, art courses, music appreciation. Does not matter. Whatever you want to take for an additional 30 credits, and then you can you can become licensed. So, like I say, each state has different education and requirement experiences. We're required to take continuing education courses each year in order to maintain and improve our skills. We need to take Pennsylvania, I believe, is every 2 years, 80 hours. New Jersey, every 3 years, 120 hours. And the American Institute of CPAs, 120 hours every 3 years. I might have that New Jersey and Pennsylvania flip-flopped. It may be 120 for Pennsylvania and 80 for New Jersey. I can't remember. Fortunately, that average of 40 hours a year, whatever I take covers each of the three areas. I don't have to take 120 a year to comply. And I take way more than that average of 40 a year. I'm usually in the 60 or close to 70 some years. So I don't just take the minimum of 40. I take what I need that's going to help me in education. There's accounting credits required. There's tax credits required. Both Pennsylvania and New Jersey require a 4-hour ethics class. Pennsylvania's ethics class I cannot use for New Jersey. New Jersey's ethics class I can use for Pennsylvania. So that's what we do. Certified public accountants, not everybody is a tax person. I have represented CPAs and done their tax returns in the past because they're not tax people. In fact, I once represented a CPA in the audit of his tax return twice. He prepared his own returns and was not competent to do them. He got an audit. He got creamed in the audit because he tried to handle it himself to start with. We came in, helped him out, did the best we could. A few years later, and he wanted to continue those own returns. A few years later, he got audited again. And this time he came to us right away. We got a much better result. We started doing his returns for him. He's since retired, and all he had was Social Security and a pension. So he's probably able to do his tax returns by himself then. Next one is an attorney. Attorneys are also licensed by a state. Usually, again, where they live or work, need a college education. Each state has different education and experience requirements. Each state's bar exam is a little bit different. The CPA exam is the same nationwide. It does not matter what state you live in, it's the same test. Bar exam's a little different because each state's laws are different. So you have to know the laws where you're practicing. They are required to take continuing education again. I don't know how many credits. Every state's different. And so that's them. And some are just specialized in criminal law, family law, personal injury law, bankruptcy, tax. Even a tax attorney is not necessarily somebody that can help you with an IRS problem, because most tax attorneys are transaction oriented. They help you pay the minimum tax, help you with estate planning, not necessarily how to get out of trouble. Then there's an enrolled agent. An enrolled agent has no education requirement. They take a test administered by the IRS, and that allows them to represent taxpayers before the IRS. There is some tax law involved, some administration, things like that, but they have no education requirement. I don't know if they even need a high school graduate, probably at least be a high school graduate or a GED. And they have to take continuing education courses. So again, they pass that test, but that doesn't mean that they are qualified to work with people that have tax issues. Then there's an unenrolled tax preparer. And that's exactly what it sounds like. It's the person that does them at their kitchen table or the dining room table, pencil to paper, doesn't sign the return because they don't want to comply with continuing ed or any IRS rules. Or if they use a program like TurboTax, they mark it self-prepared so it looks like you did it yourself, not them. Typically, they're going to want you to pay them in cash. It's not going to be reported on their tax return. They have no educational requirements, no experience, no continuing education. They may have no knowledge at all of the tax laws. They may not have any kind of tax book in their library at all. So they're a dangerous one. That's probably worse than self-representation. Then there's a certified tax resolution specialist. That is someone that's accredited by the American Society of Tax Problem Solvers in Buffalo. It's the only nonprofit national professional association of practitioners dedicated to solving tax problems. They have a testing program before you can get a certified tax resolution specialist designation. You have to have experience in doing this work. You have to pass a test. My last count, there were only 153 certified tax resolution specialists in the country. My daughter Megan and I are two of those 153. So somebody said to me, oh, so you're one of the elite people doing this. Well, if you want to consider me one of the elite because I'm one of the 153, it means that we have made the effort to take additional credits, additional education to get this designation. We're also required to take continuing education courses. I usually attend 2 seminars a year. In this past year, I attended the Academy in Baltimore. It was a 2-day. I got 16 hours of education. In October, I'll be at a 2.5-day conference, super advanced conference in Las Vegas, and that'll be about 21 or 22 credits. So that's in addition to the 40 in accounting and regular tax I already take. So you can see, I'll be well over, my normal 40, and then the 16 and 20, another 32. I'll be well over 70 hours of continuing education this year. So, and whoever you choose is probably better than trying to do it yourself. So, just because a person's a CPA, attorney, or enrolled agent doesn't mean they have the qualifications to represent you. Do your homework, ask around, investigate them. It's a big step, and you need to choose wisely. So, in addition to me taking courses in a tax problem resolution, I've also been writing some. I have with a company in Florida a 1-hour seminar on currently non-collectible and a 2-hour seminar on offers and compromise available for other practitioners to buy, to learn and develop and improve their skills in those areas. And there's about 10 or 12 more that they want me to write, and I'm in the middle of working on a few other ones, and I will gradually get them done. So you've been listening to the Tax Problem Solver. Again, my number is 877-257-1040. Email is ckm@taxproblemsolve.com.